Hey, good morning, traders. Welcome to another video. It is 9:20 Eastern, so we are about 10 minutes away to cash open. IWM should be on the screen as that is what I trade. That's the auction I participate in. So price has dropped a lot since last session. Let's go all the way back. So this is the weekly. Actually, let me do the daily here. Okay. So cash, the whole session of last session of the of Thursday, November 13th. I mean, top of it was roughly 242.73. Bottom of it is roughly 235.83. And price at pre-market is now down to 233.69 and dropping. So price has definitely fallen out of balance of last session. So you could say this is a gap down, and we are now in September 3rd, September 4th time frame. All right. So you can see current prices here. We are in the profile of September 4th and also have September 3rd down here with a couple of areas of interest. We have the area of interest here between, let's see, 234.37. And I have down to 233.38 for September 4th. And then on September 3rd, I have roughly 232.98 down to roughly 232 flat, maybe 232.02, something like that. So I have those two areas of interest since price has fallen out of balance down to those profiles. And if I do a bird's eye view, I should be able to without it jumbling up too much. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in there. Yep. So we're here currently. So as prices since September 2nd has been going up and up and up, price and value. We have started to fall, let's say since October 28th. We have been dropping and we're now back to September 4th, September 3rd's time frame, which we are pre-market is currently in now. So those are the areas of interest that I am looking at. Mhm. And if on a weekly time frame or weekly TPO, it's basically this week here, September 2nd to the 5th. Right? And this is that whole area of interest for the entire week. I have roughly 233, say 69.73, something like that, to 232.72 roughly. Okay, that's the entire week with the POC at 233.29. So saying all that, I say all that to say I would be looking to buy from here, right? Because we're coming back to an area of interest where the origination of all of this move up has happened, right? It started, the origination of it started, I think it was the 4th or the 3rd of September. And then you can see IWM, the auction has been just climbing higher and higher until we're starting to fade back down into it now. So my initial thought is to purchase the market. And here's the footprint. Here's those two areas, right? Doing the bird's eye view. This is September 4th value area, and this is September 3rd. We haven't gotten to September 3rd's area yet, but we're in September 4th right now. So there's a possibility we may fade down into September 3rd. Uh, we do have a strong buying presence here. Kind of could be the origination of us climbing higher. Bit of an order block right here between, so it looks like it started, I would say, at 825. So you got 825, 830, 835, 840, 845, and then now we're coming back to potentially be an order block there. Potentially. to rise higher. Prices are crazy high this morning. Buying, I have 234 calls and 233 calls just in case we come down into the 232s. I'll buy the 234s. But those prices are heavy. We will see some changes at cash open, but those prices are heavy. We're talking $400, almost $500, um, a lot, or options or contract. So it's pretty heavy. But that's going to change. We know that's going to change. It's just how much. So I am looking to buy the market, just doing a bird's eye view, coming back to it with the origination of buying in these two areas. And I could do, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. But we got what, a little less than 4 minutes to cash. Can potentially merge the two here, but I don't know if that'll make a difference because the value areas are not in the same spot. That these two here, September 2nd and September 3rd, will make sense to merge them. I'm not sure about the third and the fourth. So I'm gonna leave those alone. All right, so that's the analysis for today, Friday, November 14th. And now we're just waiting for cash open. Again, 234 calls and 233 calls is what I have in my watch list. But I'm gonna let the market guide me. It's a good chance that we may fall into this area of interest first before buying up, or we may just completely fall out of the sky. So we'll see. All right, guys, when we get back to it, it'll be cash open. See y'all then. All right, we have 54 seconds until cash open. Let me minimize some of these screens so I can see. All right, so we're falling a little deeper into this value area of the fourth, because I have it here. That order block potentially could still be something here. As this last 5 minutes, we've dipped into it more and seen a reaction. So again, I have 234 calls and 233 calls right now. 234s are in my active trader. They're expensive, so hopefully the price will change. If not, we'll dip down, maybe dip down in here. Let's see. All right, we got 5 seconds until cash. All right, market is opening now. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, okay, price has changed a little bit. 234 calls is now 108. A hell of a lot better than 400. Starting to see that dip up there. All right, I am in at 111, which is pretty high. 121 would be cash for me, at least 10. Ooh, look at that buy. Okay. All right, I got my first 10. And 131 would be 20. So look at that buy in there. Awesome. Almost at the full goal of 131. I move my stop to 113 after getting the first half. 131 is what I'm looking for. Got it. Win-win. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. And it just ding dinged. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me move that there. Let me double check everything before we go back to talking. Let's see. Come on. Taking the sweet time. All right, boom. All right, everything is wrapped. Let's do that real quick. Hold on 2 seconds, everyone. Move All right, perfect. All right, so cool. So now that was quick. 111 to 121, and then 121 to 131. That made basically a full goal for me. I'm a 20-cent guy, $20 guy. So I'm always looking for a $20 profit. All righty. Let me do that. And let's talk about it. All right, so, and that's quick too. Look at that. Buyers bought up. That delta flipped early. Now it's flipped back to red. All right. All right, so let's talk about it. So, two areas of interest. We just played the area of September 4th. Pretty damn quick. And actually, I should go to it. Where are you? Here we go. All right, September 4th. This is on a, oh, this is actually, I'm sorry. That is the footprint. Let's go to the TPO chart. TPO chart. We open within September 4th profile as price went out of balance to the downside. Okay. Into this profile here, I have roughly 234.38 to 234, 233.41 roughly as September 4th area of interest. And then September 3rd's area of interest, I have 232.97 to roughly 232 flat, 232.01, something like that. So you can see that the market, from these two areas, price continued to go higher, or auctioned higher. Today is the first time we've been back to September 3rd and September 4th's area of interest. So I would expect buyers to still buy there. It may be, it may not be long. It may be short time, like we just saw. Let's go back to the footprint to see what's happening. Zoom into it. So they're trying to buy again. All right. So we bought, and you can see we're buying it, right? So this is September 4th. And I kind of had this little bit of an order block there, right? Sorry, here to here, where price kept dipping into and then going higher. And you see buyers are now reloading, going back up, going, and they're really taking off. So first order, what's that ding? Hold on a second. Let me make sure I just heard a ding on my. Oh, okay, those are alert. Okay, cool. So this kind of formed an order block. All right, as we come into the area of interest September 4th, it kind of created an order block from looks like I would say it started at 8:20, but then really formed all the way to 8:45. Actually, I mean, I'm a visual guy, so let's make it visual. Okay. So here is the area of interest here for September 4th. As price comes into it, it started to make a order block area of buyers. Right. So that order block will look something like this. As it comes down into it, price consolidates. Right? And this is the green box, consolidates, and then it buys through it. As it comes back, it keeps buying. Comes back, it keeps buying, keeps buying. The last 5 minutes, it really came into it, and then buyers really took off. Okay, so it created an order block pre-market, which it was expected, right? Because again, if we go back to the bird's eye view of TPO chart, this is the daily. We go all the way back to September 4th, September 3rd. Price took off. This is the origination of price taking off, right? So it had some consolidation beforehand, and then it finally took off, right? This is the first time price came back to that area of origination. This is the origination of buying. You would expect buyers to continue to buy, or some buyers sitting there, some investors thinking that this is a good place to buy IWM because this is the auction that we participate in. Just want to see that happening in real time. That's the theory, right? So now you want to see that happening in real time. And the market gave a clue. And in my analysis, I said that, look at prices at 173. I done left some money on the table. I said that in my analysis that we were coming down, we were starting to form an order block here. right, in the area of interest, right? And this was the area of interest of the fourth. I thought maybe potentially we may come into the area of interest of September 3rd, but didn't make that area because we started to see that order block form. And this is on a 5 minute rotation on the footprint chart. And then look at the buyers take off. There's some sellers here willing to sell. Buyers are more than happy to buy it from them. And it is taking off. I definitely left some money on the table, y'all. It is now, what hasn't updated yet? Let's see. It's still showing 173. It's so I bought it kind of high, 111. Um, Normally like to stay under $100. But I bought contracts for $111. First 10 was 121. And then so 120. It's a good way to end the trading week. Hopefully I explained everything in my analysis and post, but made sense for the buyers to buy there. We also had some good news with the government, the shutdown ending as well. Only thing we don't have to go off lately is reports. Everything has been delayed. That's actually, to me, that's a good thing because that's one less thing to worry about. You can see we're taking off. We saw the Delta flip at cash open. This is still showing 173 though. It's gonna change soon. That has to change. Let's see, 173 still. I don't know if it's the exchange or if it's I think a swim, but the bid should go up by now. Still showing 170, 172, 174 now. That's strange. That's only went up $2. Hmm. Or 2 cent, I mean, 2 cent. Well, technically $2, depending on how you look at it. All right, well, I am done. Friday is a wrap. Great week. So this week was 4 wins, 1 loss. So definitely, actually, I made up for that loss on Tuesday. I took 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 winner, and ended up in profit. So anyway, great week. All right, any questions? Don't hesitate to leave comments on this video. I reply to all. Thank you to all of the comments that I do receive. I try my best to answer them as quickly as possible or as I see them, but please keep them coming. All right. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Friday, and we will talk next week.